Coach Smith, Winning Edge Skills, coming to you from the Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia. Early October day, a little walk and talk here.
The Winning Edge.
Man, are you kidding me? Look at just the beauty of this place. What an amazing time of year. What a great time to be alive in the fall. Leaves are blowing. Look at them falling off the trees as we speak. Really puts me in a positive mindset. Got a text from a buddy of mine this morning. He's sitting on the beach somewhere. He's in his happy spot. I'm in my happy spot. Being outdoors, communing with Mother Nature, exercising, hanging out with my buddy Gus. You know, we're getting older, so we have to be intentional about our health and our exercise. Trying to walk for an hour a day trying to do it on a regular basis. Not hitting every day, but hitting most days. Really puts me in a positive frame of mind. Positive mindsets, the value of positive mindsets. Here's what I've learned about the value of positive mindsets. Back in Michigan growing up, I didn't appreciate it at the time, but looking back, man, I just loved being outdoors. I remember I'd grab my shotgun, my 20 gauge, I'd go across the street and I'd just hunt rabbits and squirrels, and man, it didn't matter if I shot anything or not. We lived near a river and I kept a canoe down there, and I'd canoe out there by myself, canoe into the river and pull myself into some lilies and hide out, wait for ducks to fly over. Didn't have any decoys, didn't have any skill, didn't know what the heck I was doing. I'd just sit there for hours. Just loved being outside. Didn't matter. Just loved it. It was my happy spot. Find your happy spot, because it'll help you get into the right positive mindset. Here's the problem with being in a negative mindset. If you're trying to accomplish something great, if you're trying to be the best version of yourself, which hopefully you are, you're either green and growing or you're ripe and rotten. If you're green and growing, you're always looking to improve yourself, looking for strategies, looking for ideas. Well, pay attention, because I got one for you here. It's proven, I think it was Napoleon Hill, studied great people. He studied the titans of industry, the J.P. Morgans, the Henry Fords, the Andrew Carnegies, the Wright brothers. Studied all the greats for a long period of time, and he came to this conclusion that their greatness, their success, was not necessarily because they were smarter, because they had higher IQs. It wasn't it. What he found is that they had a greater sense of intellect. Their intellectual properties were keener, sharper. Okay, that's interesting, Eric. What are intellectual properties? That's a pretty big word. Well, your intellectual properties are things like your sense of trust in yourself, your instincts, your creative abilities, your imagination, your vision. Those are all intellectual properties. And when you're in a negative state of mind, those intellectual properties are greatly diminished. Camera over here so that you're not getting glare. Those intellectual properties are greatly diminished. And when you're an athlete or a performer, you need those intellectual properties to be at your best. You need to be creative. You need to have a great sense of vision. You need to trust your instincts. You need to be able to make quick decisions and trust those decisions. So you need to be in a positive state of mind. When I was playing high school football back in Michigan, we had this little wooden sign on the door in the locker room that we would have to tap on the way out the door to the practice field or to the game. And it's all it said was PMA. PMA, and it stood for positive mental attitude. It's such a huge thing because when you have a positive mental attitude, those intellectual properties are opened up. You're able to harness and utilize, access those properties, those creative instincts, a sense of trust in yourself, vision. And those are so key to your success as a performer. So you got to get into a positive state of mind. Lots of ways to do that. Get to your happy place like I am. I don't really know what I'm going to even talk about when I leave the cabin and I go on these walks. I don't even know, but when I get out here, I get out here with Mother Nature, my buddy Gus, and this beauty, boom, it just comes to me. I have clarity. Yeah, I record a lot of films in front of a camera in my studio back at home. Stand there in front of a white background and all the lights on and everything. And man, I don't feel like I'm as clear with my thoughts. So that's one strategy. Here's another strategy. Get away from the damn digital media. Get away from Facebook and Instagram and all the trash out there it's hijacking your attention. It's taking your attention, it's hijacking it, it's directing where your mind goes. Most of that crap is negative. It's neutral at best. Yes, there is some positive stuff. If you can plug into the positive stuff like you're doing now, great. But you got to be intentional about it. Notifications going off on your phone, that's someone else directing the conversation. Your conversation in your head that you're having with yourself. Someone else just directing it. Why? Because you pay attention to a notification, it's going to start a conversation inside of your head. That's called self-talk. That's called self-talk. Well, self-talk leads to emotion. I know you've been thinking about things before and you've gotten sad, or you've gotten happy, you've gotten excited, or you've laughed, or you've worried. That self-talk turns into emotion. This is how your mind works. Very important you understand this. Look at this. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Get outside, man. That self-talk turns into emotion. Look up the Latin root of the word emotion in the dictionary. What's it mean? The Latin root, it means to evoke action. Evoke action, begin action. That's why coaches try to get you emotionally involved before a game. Emotion leads to action. What's action lead to? Results. Action leads to results. What do results lead to? Beliefs. What do beliefs lead to? What you pay attention to. What you pay attention to lead to? Whatever you pay attention or focus on leads to self-talk. Self-talk leads to emotion. Emotion leads to action. Action leads to results. Results lead to beliefs. Beliefs lead to attention or focus. Focus leads to self-talk. See how this works? It's a cycle. Control the cycle. Control the cycle. It starts by what you're focusing on. Get rid of and get away from the notifications. Control the narrative. Don't be a robot. Don't be a sleepwalker. I swear 99% of this world are sleepwalkers. Sleepwalking through life. Just look around. Pay attention. They're not leading themselves. They're not in control of their thoughts and their actions. Success is the cumulative result of positive behaviors repeated over time. Let me say that again. Success is merely the cumulative result of positive behaviors repeated over time. It's not one or two positive behaviors. repeated once in a while. It's the positive behaviors and decisions that you make hundreds of times a day added up over time. Okay, that makes sense. All those hundreds of behaviors, all those hundreds of actions, decisions that you make daily add up over time. The cumulative effect is you find yourself successful in the future or not successful in the future. Same thing with failure. It's the cumulative effect of negative behaviors repeated over time, negative behaviors and decisions. That's why having a goal, a strong goal, a vision of what you want to accomplish, written down in front of you, converted from long-term goals to shorter-term goals, and then daily activities, daily and weekly activities written down in front of you, because if you have that in front of you, then all of those little decisions that you're going to make on a daily basis matter. All of those little decisions that you make on a daily basis are going to be the right decisions. They're going to be intentional decisions that will add up over time to put you in a place of accomplishing your goals. If you don't have a goal, then those daily decisions don't matter, do they? They're inconsequential. So any decision's the right decision, because it doesn't matter what it is. You haven't got a goal. Set a goal, control the narrative in your head by what you're focused on, get away from social media, hang out with positive people, get around winners, control your environment, have some goals. It will lead to positive mindsets that open up your intellectual properties, your sense of creativity, vision, trust, instincts will be sharper. Quit messing around, quit sleepwalking through life, quit letting your cell phone control your future. Be a 1%er. Coach Smith and my buddy Gus, winningedgeskills.com, reach out to me for mental performance coaching, regardless of your sport. Reach out to me. And if you're a quarterback, for quarterback training, winningedgeskills.com, Coach Smith, over and out.